Next thing we're touching. Next thing we're touching. Ha ha. Whoa. Hit me with lightning. I'll do. Everybody's starry-eyed, and everybody knows. Whoa. Hello everybody, it is me, Ellie Goulding, and I am back with another video masterpiece treat for you all today. Sorry that I've not been so I feel like I've not been that great at actually uploading, but I have I've done one like every 2 weeks for the past like month. It's just because like I've been pretty busy. I went away to Copenhagen. I did do a vlog for that, so that should probably be like next week's video, I think. And then like just last week I had some stuff going on, so I was like, I don't really want to be getting involved in like putting makeup on today. Yes, I didn't do that then, but I'm back. In the words of Alyssa Edwards, I'm back again, and I look worse than ever. I mean, look at the state of my hair. There's a lot of scaffolding going on in here. It's like at a weird length where like the back could go up into a bun, but then I have like a little bit at the front that's out, or the top could go into a bun, but then I have like a little bit at the back that's out. So there's a lot happening. I've got a few clips in. It looks weird. Also, earlier, I was like just sat gluing my brows down. I've got this glue stick in my hand that I'm brandishing at you, and I'm sure that I saw an orb behind me. Now I know that orbs are meant to just be dust or whatever, and it probably was because I think I did pick something up as well. It was probably this mirror, which is like covered in powder and glitter. So it could have been a bit of that, or it could have been a ghost. Hopefully we won't get to find out. So, I decided, so last year I did a makeup on a budget, like home bargains / B&M video, where I just kind of got like the basic things that I could get from there and then like tried to do a look with it. I would say that it was quite successful. There were a few misses there. This is really quite dark. I've decided to have another bash at it, but this time with Primark products, because, I mean, I don't know if you're aware, but I've been like watching a lot of TikToks because that's where I live most of my life, especially of an evening. And there's like loads of dupes at Primark apparently for different things. Ask me if I could get any of them. I'm pleased that you asked, because I couldn't get any of the fucking things. To be fair, they're like dupes for Charlotte Tilbury things, and I'm not sure how ideal those things are for drag. So maybe it's a blessing in disguise that I didn't get them. I did also get myself some like vanilla, well, it's meant to go on your clothes in it, but I like to put them in my drawers because sometimes, not these drawers, the drawers that open, because sometimes when I like put my washing out, it doesn't dry too quickly because we don't have any outdoor space, and then it starts to smell a bit damp. So I think like if I put that into my drawers, then it should be okay. I also got myself some more tweezers, and then there's like a dupe for a Bobbi Brown primer. I couldn't find any primer whatsoever in Primark. Actually I could, I found like a dewy finish one, and I was like, I don't think that's gonna be the primer for me. So we're going bareback today. I've got no primer. Right, let's just run through it. So I've got this foundation. I'm pretty sure this is the one that's meant to be a dupe for a Dior. The reason that I got it though is because apparently it's double coverage and matte. It is, however, water-based is this foundation, so I'm a bit concerned about it on the eyebrows, but you know, in the words of Justin Bieber, never say never. That was £5 with that. So that, I think that was like the most expensive thing in the squad today. I also got these that are meant to be very similar to the Maybelline Conceal Age Rewind, I think they're called, or something. Just to do like my like cream contouring. They were £3 each, so hopefully they'll be good. Because I think that's like quite a lot for that tiny amount of concealer. But then like, is it? I mean, it's a lot if it's shit is what I'm saying. So this is the reason why I sung Ellie Goulding's Starry Eyed earlier. So I got this, it's called PS Starry Eyes. And look, it's a holographic situation. You can't tell as much on camera, but I saw it and I was like, this is well fucking cool. All of the new eyeshadow palettes that I could find were like tiny little pans, whereas this has got like quite substantially sized ones. They were like half the size of that on the newer ones. So this was in the sale. Bargain. So it were like £2.50 I think, rather than £4.50. And then I got this pressed foundation powder. to like do my setting powder with, like, you know, to highlight over the top of the cream highlighter. I thought if like this is not very good, then hopefully like that will save the day a little bit. And I couldn't find any contouring stuff, so I got this bronzer, which was £1. I got this high pigment blusher for £1. I don't know if it's like really that like wild of a colour, but I just thought I quite like a like peachy blush. I got this amplified mascara for £1, and then I got this lipstick which was like an absolute bargain, so I'm a bit concerned. It was 90p. Look at it, it's called Lustra. I don't know if you can, that's going to be backwards, isn't it? Is it going to be backwards? 90p for that, so hopefully that'll be good. And then I got a red lip liner which was £1, so the lip liner was more expensive than the lipstick. I think that my eyebrows are pretty dry now. I'm just going to open this. So this is the pressed foundation powder that was £2.50. Did I tell you the price of everything? I feel like I probably started to forget. We're all friends here. This has got like something on the top of it. Hang on. There we go, I did it. Oh, that's a lot darker than I had expected it would be. Oh, actually, is it? Maybe it looks darker because it's against a white sponge. I'm just going to pop that over my eyebrows first, just to kind of get rid of any of the moisture that may be on there still. Also, hopefully, like, it might create a bit of a barrier, I'm thinking, between the foundation and my eyebrows, because I am a bit concerned that they're just going to start lifting up like Jerry Halliwell. So, fun story about this foundation. I did the tester in the shop, and it flies out like nobody's business. It was like a fucking deluge of foundation. So it went on top of my hand, but then it was all over it. So then I was like, out of instinct, I just like went like that to try and like get rid of it. And I was like, oh, now I've got foundation all on the palms of my hand. So then I had to like try and find some wipes, and there were no wipes. So I just had to bust open some wipes, and then I left them like near the foundations and stuff, because I thought at least then like hopefully other people will get use out of that, and people don't actually then buy the wipes that I've already, you know, been going wild in. It was really hard to get off as well, so I don't know if that's a good sign or not. Hopefully it means that it'll cover my skin nicely. I am going to pour it on the back of my hand again. Is that enough? That might be too much. Well, that's actually quite a nice colour match for me. How unusual that I have foundation that actually matches the colour of my face. It's very wet. Might just have a very wet looking face today. But what else is new, really? I am a very sweaty woman. It is actually very full coverage though, to be fair. I don't know if that's just because I've put so much on, but like you can't see my eyebrows, can you, at all? Maybe this is just how it looks. Maybe it's just like very, to be fair, it looks drier in the mirror than it does on the camera. So maybe it's like, just really reflects the light or something, which is strange. I mean, I suppose like it's not that strange for full coverage, but it says that it's matte. I don't think I look matte. At the end of the day as well, if this is shit, then I can just use it on my legs like when I perform, because my legs are all like fucked up from, you know, like jumping onto my knees and stuff when I'm dancing. So I've got a few like angry looking red scars on there, so that might be quite ideal really to cover it up. How does this work then? So this is the Illuminate under eye concealer that's gonna go all over my face. Alright, cool, so I think I'll just do this with it until we could be here for a while. Oh, hang on. Ooh, okay, it's just popping on through. Oh, it kind of looks a bit gross. If you've got that trichlophobia or whatever it's called, maybe don't watch this bit. Ooh. Ooh, ooh. Oh, hello. Oh, I think I like this. Am I getting a bit wild and crazy putting all this on here? I feel like I might be. It does look very beautiful in the mirror. I feel like I could really run through this very quickly because I'm getting excited. Look at me, where am I going? Give myself rather a full cheek there, didn't I? Should have really just kept it to the bottom of the eye, but we live and we learn, don't we? This eyebrow's already starting to lift, so that's good news. I'm a bit weary of that. So I'm gonna use the other one now. I'm gonna try not to get as fucking wild, like, you know, pumping it out and use a little bit less, but I can't make any promises. I don't know, I wonder how like bad this is for like keeping germs in. Oh, a lot of it comes out. Yeah, this is not great value for money actually. I mean, I know I put a lot on, but like that's gonna run out real quick, innit? It's quite a blunt tool for doing contouring with, I will say that. I'm just gonna put myself a chin strap on today, I feel like I deserve it. Oh, look how it just blends out to nothing. How much was this originally? Because this has got like a cheeky little sticker over it. Oh, I've taken it off. I'm gonna use this bronzer that was £1 to kind of like pat down my contouring. Hopefully this is the correct move and it doesn't like ruin things, because I am a bit wary sometimes of bronzer that it's a bit sparkly, but that doesn't look sparkly to me, does it to you? Oh, it really kicks up, does that? Oh, gorgeous. Right, let's try and get this even, shall we? Because I never do. Oh, simple things, where have you gone? This is a lot warmer than I would usually do my contour as well, is the thing. Because as I said, there wasn't a contour colour. Am I like making that bob? Yeah, I am. Let's try not to do that. No, 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 no. So now I'm gonna put some more of this pressed powder foundation on. It's a lot darker than the highlight. I mean, it's still lighter than this, so hopefully that should be okay. I think as well that I did spy like a brow highlighting colour in the eyeshadow palette, so hopefully maybe I could like do a bit of something with that, do we think? This is making me look very matte though, which is nice. Do you like how I'm using this shit sponge for it as well? I'm glad that I used all of that bright white concealer. Oh wow, this eyebrow is also really lifting, like up close and personal, but you can't see it in there. I'm gonna put some of my blusher on, some of my £1 blusher. If this is good, I'll be well impressed, because it's quite a nice little colour. I can't get into it. Ow. I'm trying my best to like grow my nails at the moment as well, because like, I don't know, I just feel like it's a bit of a mare to sort of like be biting your nails like into my adulthood. So I'm going to try my best not to do it, but it does make it very difficult to open things. Oh, it's quite pretty. I think I'm going to look very tanned today actually. I don't think... Although is this... I mean, it looks the same colour as my neck and like... Maybe not the same colour as my body actually. I might have to wear a polo neck today. I do like that, but it really like kicks up out of the pan when you're using it, so you know, if you are going to get that, then just make sure you put a towel down. I am once again sat at the ironing board doing this. So we're going into the starry eyes now. Thank God that there is like a nice sort of brown colour in there, so I can use that for my brows. I don't have any setting spray though, so I'm gonna have to cheat a little bit and go get my setting spray, but shh, don't tell anyone. So a lot of this this foundation is like coming off on my fingers, like, you know, if I itch my face or whatever, which like isn't unusual, as Tom Jones said once, but it's not the best like for it to be coming off as much as that, because it's like a paste that's coming off on my fingers. I don't know if this is actually brown or if this is like a very deep burgundy, so I might have to put on a ginger wig for this look tonight.
Come out tomorrow.
Next thing we're touching. Oh, there's the first fucking motorbike of the evening. It's a Friday night on my street and people are going to be getting fucking ratted and they start joyriding on the street. These are like little 90s sperm brows, aren't they? I wonder if I go into this colour here and like put a little bit on my nose and like just under my eyes, maybe it'll like lift my face a little bit. I'm going to try and do that. Oh, I really like how that sits in the creases of my eyes. I feel like that did absolutely nothing. Okay, so it seems like the best way with this is to like print it on rather than like press it in and then drag it. Detox coming at you with the slow burst. I'm just gonna really try and like pack it onto my eyelid and then sort of like blend it out a bit. Have I got like sad eyes? Should I put any, do you think I should put like a darker colour in the corner? I'm gonna try and do that. Just Just, you know, give the judges a bit of variety. Is this the problem with like the level of my eyebrows? Are my eyes like wonky? Something's wrong. I'm gonna use this concealer again, but I'm gonna use like a little flat brush just to dip into it and then hopefully like create a bit of a cut crease. Right, let's put the shimmer on. I'm gonna use the gold, I think, which I've just taken a big chunk out with my fingers. Oh, that's nice gold. I'm gonna have to use my actual eyeliner that I usually use, so I'm just using a NYX one. I just couldn't find liquid eyeliner in Primark. I could find like the, you know, like the blunt curl ones that you like put into your waterline, but I can't do a wing with that really. I mean, some people might be able to, so good for you if you can.
Good for you, I guess you're getting everything you want.
Yeah, I actually quite like that eyeshadow palette. It's not like the most responsive, so you know, you probably do need to like really give it a good fair whack to like get a good colour sort of payoff, but I do think it's quite nice, and I think like, I don't know, maybe sometimes like if you use something that's very highly pigmented, it's not always the easiest to like blend out, whereas I feel like that was quite easy for me to blend out. Well, good for you, you look happy and healthy, not me, if you ever care to ask. Cool, so it's just a normal mascara looking situation. You know how I feel about mascara, I just think it's kind of, can't really go particularly wrong with it unless, you know, it gives me an eye infection. I'm gonna quickly put on some lashes and then I'll BRB. Cool, so now that I've got some lashes on, which are incredibly wonky, I look like Gia Gunn, I need to do my lips. So I've got this liner, which is in the colour Salsa. But this was £1. As I said before, it was actually more expensive for the liner than it was for the lipstick. So, you know, if all things go tits up with lipstick, then I'm hoping that the liner will come in and save the day. Could be here for a while doing this. Why can't I get into this then? I think after this video, I'm gonna treat myself to a McDonald's, you know. I'm gonna get me a Big Mac. And I'm gonna shove that Big Mac up my ring piece. Maybe this is a look where I just don't need to have lips. Cool, I've gotten into it, but cool, so it's not very strong. So yeah, so I can certainly see a reason for this pencil to be just £1. But it's fine, we'll say no more about it.
Because I wouldn't want it to come between us.
But now I'm going to use the 90p lipstick. I've got high hopes for this just because I really want like for something so like cheap to be really, really good. Oh, let's not content fate and do it too far up, shall we? Smells like crayons. Well, I don't hate that lipstick, you know. It doesn't look great coverage in there, but in person it looks a lot better. So which one do you trust, really? This lash is wonky as all hell, innit? Oh, where am I going? I'm gonna put this setting spray on. So this is like my one that I got from the B&M video. So, you know, could I find one in Primark actually? I don't think I could. I didn't spy any setting spray. So I'm gonna use this one. Oh, it's got a hard spray on that. It feels like I've just been like in the wave machine at Light Waves. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to go and put on a wig. I don't know whether or not to put on some sort of frock or not, just because I'm a bit wary of like pulling this over and getting like loads of foundation on the inside of it. But you know, I'll see how I feel. I'll give it a go just for you. But I'll BRB. Oh, I'm going to BRB. Oh, do you know how I feel like in this wig? Is it Goldie Hawn in Death Becomes Her? This is all in my lipstick there. Oh, is there a worse feeling than like when your wig's all stuck in your lip gloss? As soon as I put this picture onto Instagram, my mum's immediately gonna be like, Goldie Hawn. She loves to tell me like that I look like celebrity ladies, and I feel like that's probably a large part of like where my misplaced confidence comes from. Oh, look at me. Oh, where am I going with this hairy chest? I'm going to do a quick run through of the products. I have put some of them away though, but I'll be able to tell you about them. So the what did I start off with? So I started off with the foundation. That was wet as a motherfucker. It's still quite wet now, and it is sort of like, you know, in like my sweatier areas, it is gathering a little bit and like getting a bit tacky. Not the best, but very good coverage, I will say that. Then I used the like age rewind concealer dupe that were £3 each. They were really, really good, and I loved like how they, especially with the highlight colour that I used, I really liked how sort of bright it made my under eyes look. However, it like, I mean, I showed you, but it just flew through. So if I've used that much in one go, I'll probably get about 3 goes out of it. I don't really think that that's like particularly fab. But I mean, £3 is like, it's not bad, is it really? Maybe I did go a bit overboard as well, but I really like to highlight, so you know, I won't apologise for who I am. Then I used the bronzer to like contour with, which actually, there's so much this week in my mouth. Is there any on my head, or is it all in my mouth? So I do think, usually I don't really contour with a bronzer, as said, but I do think it will quite good, and maybe it is something that I'll do like going forward a little bit more. The foundation, like the pressed foundation, that was good. I think it was probably like a user error from me that I got one that was like too close to my actual skin tone. So when I was like pressing it into the highlights, it was then like reversing the highlighting effect. But I do think like overall it all looks quite kind of soft. I then used the Starry Eyes. Oh no, sorry, I used this blusher actually. Really liked this. Again, it all kicked up, so don't get too fucking wild with it. But I do think it's a nice colour. What do you think? I think it is. I then used the Starry Eyes on my eyes. Lol, Starry Eyes on my eyes. It's as if they knew. I mean, please excuse how badly I've attached these lashes to my face. It is very nice. I think I will use this like some more as well going forward. Again, it's not like super pigmented. You do have to really like press it in there, but then it's dead easy to blend out, probably for that reason. And I did think that the gold colour was really nice as well, so even if I don't necessarily use like some of the mattes, I'll definitely use the shimmers in there. So this fucker here, this lip liner, really not great. Like, you can't put a great deal of pressure onto it, which is a shame really, because you know, sometimes you have to with lip liner. But yeah, I mean, it were £1, so I'll use it again for sure, because you know, I need a red lip liner. But yeah, not like the most robust, so just be a bit careful when you're using it that you don't like press too hard and then end up with it all over your face like I did. And then finally this lipstick in Lustra. That was only 90p, 99p, I'm not sure. But like, I mean, what more do you want for 90p? I think it looks pretty good. I mean, it might be a little bit wet, maybe that's one of the reasons why the wig is like really sticking in there. I would maybe like put this in my bag when I do go to a gig, or like if I go out or whatever in drag, and like, you know, maybe I'd use that to like top up my other lipstick, just because then like if I lose this, then it's not too much of a huge shame, is it? Whereas if I lost the Fenty one and I had to spend like 25 quid on replacing it, I'd be well sad. As said, I do think I look really, like, I think I look good. I don't think I'm wrong. Again, I do think like drag is for everybody, and you know, you shouldn't sort of be priced out of being able to partake in drag. So I spent £20.40 on like a full face of makeup there, which is actually, I don't think that's too bad. Obviously, you know, like 20 quid is a lot of money to spend on one product, but if you can get like a full thing, like a full face of it, then I think like that's kind of not the worst. It would definitely cheaper to do it from B&M and Home Bargains, but there's not as much of a range there, and like you do have to drop lucky to like get certain things. So I do think Primark is like a good bet. I hope that you enjoyed this video, and as always, if you did, please like, subscribe, comment, share with your friends and your family and your loved ones and what have you. That would mean the world to me. It'd be really great if we could get this channel sort of like progressing more and more. I would love that. And as always, my social media will be on at the end of this. It's just Dominoe Official on everything, so please follow me on TikTok and Instagram. And until next time, I shall see you all very soon. Bye!